Welcome back to part 2 with Myra Goldick on the red couch. Myra, this is a little bit of a strange question, but if there was a gift in your having had polio and in the surgeries that you're facing now with post-polio syndrome, what would the gift be?
That's an easy answer. I don't think I discovered it immediately, but life teaches you lessons. And it's gratitude for what you have, for what you can do. The grass sometimes appears greener, but when you lose all grass, it's very real in your mind that you have reason to be grateful. I used to complain, to give an example, my husband is tall, I'm petite, and when he would drive the car, he would push the seat all the way back. And in the morning when I was in a rush to leave, I would grumble. Why didn't he put the seat back? I have to move the side view mirrors. Oh, the rear view mirror needs to be adjusted. And I was downright nasty and demanding. And I would let him know all the time, you left the seat in the wrong position, until I couldn't drive at all anymore. It's like being told to take the garbage out. Why do I have to take the garbage out? Until you can't lift the bag anymore. And then you realize that gratitude is one of the most important emotions you can develop. You have gifts. We all have gifts. And everything is relative. Everything is relative. If you tell somebody who can't see that I'm having difficulty seeing and I have to use glasses and I'm annoyed, they say to you, but you still can see.
Right.
And you have to remember that all the time throughout your entire life, because that brings happiness, being grateful. And allowing yourself to say it. Say it out loud to yourself. Say it in the morning when you wake up and say it before you go to bed. It's life-changing. So that was my gift.
That's incredible. And you started an amazing internet radio show called Never Say Impossible, which is about the greatest title ever. Now, where do you see that going? I mean, who do you interview, for instance?
Okay, Never Say Impossible has to do with rejecting the idea that anybody has limitations, because limitations will end any goal setting you have. It will let you won't be able to do anything. You'll say, it's impossible. Thank God Jonas Salk didn't say that when he was working on the vaccine for polio, or the first man that walked on the moon, or the first person who developed technology for the internet. What would we do without the internet? And it's on and on and on. And I'm sure somewhere along the way said, that's not possible. Well, why not? It just hasn't been done before. I'll do it. So I feel Never Say Impossible is something that everybody has to embrace, has to accept, and has to use as a tool, because no one wants to close the door of opportunity, which exists for all of us, all over the place, all the time. You have to be open to them and accept that sometimes it takes a little work. I look for people like you who are making a difference in the world. We focus on business technology, healthcare, spirituality, self-help, motivation, inspiration, because sharing is the name of the game. If only one person prospers, the rest of society hurts. Prosperity and the thought of prosperity is something that must be shared amongst people. So if you have methods, secrets, technology, ideas that other people can gain from, it's our responsibility to society and mankind to share these thoughts, to spread it.
What's your favorite part? I mean, you do so many things. You create art. You have this incredible internet talk show. You speak publicly. You do motivational speeches on incredibly fun, amazing, inspirational topics. I mean, you are a coach. What's your favorite part? What do you love the most?
That's an interesting question. I think I'm always looking for new and exciting challenges, and I'm very fickle. I write, I paint, but not all the time. I might put the brush and the paints away for a year and spend the whole year writing.
Yeah.
I may spend a lot of time giving speeches and writing speeches and then say, well, no, I'm going to move on. Right now, my passion is the radio because I saw something when I was recovering from the cervical surgery back at the end of 2010, beginning 2011. I realized that the technology was moving faster than we were. And a lot of human communication was being lost. The basics of community, the basics of what it means to reach out to somebody through voice and vision, the touch. And we were typing everything all the time, in emails and texting, and we were losing that human touch. The explosion of the smart devices has made everything so much easier. The internet radio is growing by 300% a year because more people have smartphones than they have internet connections nowadays. So people, not only they can watch your show, they can listen to my show, and a whole host of valuable information that's being offered at listen at will convenience, watch at will convenience.
Right, they can listen to it at 3 o'clock in the morning if they want to.
Or watch it quietly in a doctor's office with earphones when you say, how the heck could I be stuck here for a half an hour? I'm going to watch the Rachel Schaefer Show, the Red Couch. So it's such a wonderful alternative, and the way the technology is going, everybody is connecting more and more and more globally. So right now, this is my passion.
So what is your vision for what it is you'd love to have happen with this show? I mean, it's already amazing, but you know, if you set your sights 5 years from now, what are you hoping will?
You know, I really hope that never say impossible is a household word. That people think of, I need a shot of adrenaline and positive thoughts, and I'm going to hear about the success stories of other people to give me the power to know that I am in control of my own life, because ultimately we control ourselves. Whether we prosper or don't has to do with us. And prosperity means a lot of different things to different people. For some people, prosperity means having a nice home and a family. For other people, it means having a very successful career and having lots of money in the bank. It's different things for different people. It's what works for you, and becoming empowered and knowing that we all have that power. On some level or another, we have it. So that's what I want 5 years from now. Everybody's going to know. Never say impossible.
And it's the greatest name. What could be better than that? Never say impossible. It's like a mantra.
You know, I have a reason for those 3 little words, and it stems back to when I had polio. When I was first out of the coma, I had had an out-of-body experience, and I had seen myself being administered last rites. Don't remember anything else. I remember the spinal tap, and I remember the pain, and then nothing except being given last rites. And when that miracle occurred and I awakened, but discovered that I had been paralyzed, I had several boo-hoo moments. And one of the physicians, just one, who was examining me and visiting the room and the damage that had been done to my body, I blurted out, "Ah, this is terrible. I wanted to be a dancer. I'll never be able to dance again. I'll never be able to walk. It's impossible." And he took my hand, the most gentle hand, and he said, "Never say impossible." I've never forgotten that, Rachel. And when times really get tough and I feel the hole is too dark and too deep, I remember those words and I climb out. And I want everybody to remember it. And that is what I'd like to give to people. If they remember anything of all the words and things that they hear being said to them over and over, remember, never say impossible, because limitations are self-imposed.
So I don't think I have to ask you your juicy secret to living a happy and successful life. I think you just said it. Never say impossible.
Well, there's a little bit more to it. I think the spirit of never giving up and believing in yourself, even when it seems that you're disappointed and you don't like yourself, because we all disappoint ourselves from time to time, and we all feel that we have more growing to do, and we do, and that's what we do during life. We grow. We constantly grow. Hopefully we evolve. Hopefully we recognize that you don't give up. So you make a mistake. It doesn't have to end your life. So you didn't choose the right path. You just start over again on a new path.
I love it. I love talking to you. I love being with you. And I love your message.
Well, thank you, Rachel.
Thanks a lot for being here.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I really loved it.
Thank you for joining us
On the red couch.